Thank you, Rue. I'd like to invite forward the Mulcahy family, who will be celebrating a Simcha tomorrow, to kindle our Shabbat lights. Page 120.
Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, light to all who behold us. As the brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Amen. I invite you, if you wish, in just one moment. We'll be on page 121. But first, this lovely poem by resident poet, not really, but Alden Sullivan, called For Creation. Author of life, architect of creation, artist of earth, your works declare your holy name. Mighty river, turbulent seas, towering mountains, rolling hills, vast spaces of brilliance and grandeur. You create palette and paint, color and hue, shape and form. Abundant and beautiful, glorious and majestic, full of mercy, full of mystery and wonder. Blessed are you, with divine love, you created a world of splendor. We rise on page 123, as I read the finish. You may be seated. Today I decide to turn my eyes toward wonder so that I may see the expanse before me. Today I decide to see the possibility of my life so that I may open my mind to greatness. Today I will do kindness so that my heart may become more loving. Today I will pause to consider so that my life may become more deliberate. Help me, dear God, to step firmly upon a path of consequence, so that I may make my life a prayer, goodness and mercy, splendor and light. I ask for a life of meaning, a sense of purpose. Today, I decide. That's by Rabbi Karen Pinder. We continue by singing Shalom Kabbalat on page 142. 142. On page 147, before Ike leads us in the Baruch, at the bottom of the page we read responsibly. O God, you are as near as the very air we breathe, yet farther than the farthest star.
We yearn to reach you. We seek the light and warmth of your presence. Those who say you are here, we are lonely and alone.
Let our desire be so strong that it will tear the veil that keeps you from our sight. Let your light release our darkness and reveal the glory and joy of your presence. I invite you to rise, Shabbat. Page 149. Join with me reading. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border line. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brothers or sisters, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quiet on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brothers and sisters, across us? Baruch atah Adonai, Hallelujah, Hallelujah. Page 152, Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Yevot Malkuto, Yehoram Ha'elohim. May trust
בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושילמת לבניך ודיברת בשבתך ובביתך ובמלאכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך ובשעתם באות על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בעינך, וכתבת על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם ושיתם קדושים ללבבכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Page 151. 151. I'm sorry, 157. I can only read mine right. 157. Standing on part of short history, we still believe that what we were taught before we ever stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it's a true Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together. The Mechalocha, page 1-5. The ancient going to sleep was scary. To have someone lie there, not be able to reach them immediately as they laid in a state with eyes closed and slow breath. You can understand that might be daunting. Would the person wake up? Would the sun rise again? Would there be a new day? All were questions, and there was no sure answer. This prayer was a great comfort, and still remains so today. Page 160.
the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and joy. Our spirit for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. I spirit
We invite our bar mitzvah back. I invite the rest of the congregation to rise as he leads us loud and in the tefillah. Adonai, Sefatai, Iya, Intefillah, Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Elohim, Elohim Abraham, Elohim Yitzchak, Elohim Yaakov, Elohim Sarah, Elohim Rivka, Elohim Reka, Elohim Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Ha'gibor Ha'anurah, Elohim, Elohim Tzaddik, Elohim Ha'akom, V'zocher Chaskeya, You may wish to use the page or take your own spiritual journey until we get to Oseh Shalom, page 108. And any time along the route you wish to be seated, it'll just allow us to know when it's time to go.
364. I invite you to rise, and I ask Francis to come forward to help us open the doors of the heart. Page 364.
Elohim, Adonai, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Elohim, Adonai Echad, Echad Elohim, Gadol Adonai, Kadosh Shemo, Lecha Adonai, Jehovah Shammai, Baretz, Jehovah Shammai, Baretz, Leman, Adonai, Alina, Hosei,
You may be seated. Francis, thank you for all of your help. I'm going to invite your mother and dad up just one moment as my Latvia gets all set. Dr. Sandy Grimlock is unbelievably and eagerly will be reading Torah this particular evening. And I will see. It's good to have just take me just one. I'm not early. It does have to come.
Page one? It is page one. Page one in the study. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. And in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. V'haaretz hayata tohu u'vohu. And the earth was unformed and void. V'choshech al panei tahom v'ruach Elohim merapet al panei hamayim. And there was darkness on the face, on the surface of the deep, and the Ruach, the Spirit of God, the breath of God, was on the surface of the waters. It was hovering over Mirahepet, hovering over, sweeping over the surface of the waters. Vayomer Elohim, Yehior, and God said, let there be light. Vayehior, and there was light. Vayar Elohim et haor kitov. And God saw, Roe, that the light was good. Vayavdel Elohim ein haor uvein choshech. And God separated the light from the dark. Vayikra Elohim l'orio. And God called the light day. The choshech kara laila, and called the darkness night. Yihi erev, yihi boker, it was morning, it was night. Yom echad. Vayom Elohim, yehi rakia betoch hamayim. Let there be, and this is a funny word, rakia. Some people say an expanse, a firmament, something, over the depth hamayim. Hamayim, over the water, over the depth of water. Vayehi mavdil bein mayim l'mayim. And there was separation of water from water. Vayas Elohim et harakia vayavdel bein hamayim asher mitachat l'rakia uvein hamayim asher ma'al l'rakia. And God made that the rakia would separate the waters, and it would interpose itself, so to speak, between the waters. The rakia would go between the waters that were above and the waters that were below. And he came. It happened. Vayikra Elohim la rakia shamayim. And God called this firmament expanse the sky. Yehi erev, yehi boker, yom sheni, and it was nighttime, and it was morning of the second day.
Amen.
As the Torah is still in our custom of our congregation to think of those who are in need of refreshment, who are in need of healing of body, of spirit, of soul. Our congregation has been asked to remember Aviva Eliza, Judith Allen, Laura Keena Aronson, Ted Berlin. Beg your pardon, I'm so sorry. That name should be on the Kaddish list. So sorry. Harvey Bowler, David Burchett, Vegas Sora Bahaya, Alicia Dunnigan, Jonah Enbar, Doreen Evans, Estlin Gard, Sue Blazer, Phyllis Goldblatt, Don Randolph, Wayne Hansen, Mimi Harris, Nicole Hollander, Larry Jones, Leah Jones, Linda Jones, Harold Katz, Jeffrey Krause, Roy Lloyd, Miriam Lyon, Gerald Marks, Ellen McCaffrey, I beg your pardon, John McCaffrey, Eileen McNichols, Jimmy Miller, Sharon Montesi Garspa, Nikki Moulton, Moshe Ben Chava Natan, Irene Overstack, Amber Noy, Mark Perlman, Aaron Potter, Gary Priest, Rodney Hawes, Rich Reisman, David Rosenthal, Alan Sanger, Casey Stiengo, Kristen Rouse Skinner, Rob Stein, Tolly Stein, Keith Sutton, David Tasteman, Rose Trachtenberg, Andre Watson, Izzy Weiss, Virginia Ward. Rob, are there any names on YouTube?
From the stream, Carol Cohen, Francis Kippen, and Marsha Bryn.
Lovely. And from our congregations, if you wish to call out a name now, please feel free to do so.
We put together a beautiful notice saying we stand with you and care for you, no matter what you're facing. Page 360, don't know, I just lost my page. 374, I invite you to rise as we sing Eitz Chaim. Francis, come open, baby. Come open the Torah. Eitz Chaim. Dr. Verba.
It's funny, I said to Shelley, there's a shining color. Some colors are different than others. Usually I read from a Shabbat color, but this is one of our shaman lights. Well, we read tonight for Parsha Bereshit. We started with the beginning. And this Parsha has so many stories that act as a jumping off point for the Devar Torah. So why am I going to talk about the time before people? That is, we easily and happily relate to the stories of human family and try to learn from them. So why not try to talk about the two separate times that humans were created? Or the stories of Adam and Eve, or Cain and Abel. Or if we don't want to discuss human frailty, why not discuss the metaphorical meaning of light and water? It's all been done. I think that the story of creation, of the beginning, reminds us of other beginnings. We have just celebrated Rosh Hashanah, one of our many, and certainly our most celebrated New Year. We have been sealed in the book of life for this year. Yet here we are, considering the most important beginning, that of creation. We are told that nothing is in the Torah is there by chance. So what could be the reason? Maybe we need to hear or get to hear about the beginning of the universe to remind us that we are still in the early part of our New Year, one which we can fashion differently, one in which we can create a more meaningful life. Of course, each of us has to define meaningful for ourselves. Not such an easy task. The fact that creation occurs one day at a time, not spit-spot like Mary Poppins cleaning the room, is important. It teaches us that process is important. The achievements of each day build upon the prior. At the end of each day, the work is evaluated. No need to rush with the big stuff. When I prepare to do a Devar Torah, I read Parsha commentaries online. There were so many subjects. There were so many about subjects that I was not choosing. I was struck by the fact that no writer likened the day-to-day process of creation to the experience of the lead character in the old comedy Groundhog Day. The premise of the movie, that one man gets to relive a day over and over, always using that day to improve themselves, shows the value of using a day wisely. This man is not creating life or separating the waters, but he is recreating himself, a consuming and not mining process. Perhaps the day-to-day way that the creation story is told tells us that wondrous things can happen in a day, however defined, or are happening every day. I'm going to kind of shift here. To our children and our grandchildren, living in a world filled with Alexa and Siri and other voice-activated servers, the process of creation as described is not as full of wonder as it seemed when I was a child. In my daughter's house, Alexa does indeed turn on the lights, and she turns them off in response to voice commands. Alexa also responds to commands to raise or lower the heat, and aids in the creation, as it were, of the shopping list. That's just an ancillary thought. On each day of creation, God uses the words "Vayehi," let there be, and there was. The Hebrew word "vayomer" is to speak. It's an everyday verb. The power, not the loudness of God's voice, is evident in creation. He's not yelling, he's just speaking. Without yelling, we too have power in our voices. We can sing a lullaby, offer words of condolence. Both are powerful and meaningful acts. We can join our voices to create and support social action causes. We can learn to use gentler voices with each other. As we begin the year, we have many single days on which we can grow and have impact on each other. Each day, each single day is a new beginning.
Some of you may know that Sandy is a very dear member of my extended family, and that to my children, she's taught to Sandy, and they've learned a great deal from her. Things I could never teach, like how to make deviled eggs, or how to throw a lovely luncheon. I am grateful to all that I've learned from you, Sandy, all my children have learned from you, and that you keep growing and teaching is the great gift. So, I'm going to ask our bar mitzvah, also learning and growing, to join me up here on page 586 as he leads us in the Allee. I invite you to rise, physically or spiritually.
Kadosh
Ushamo, 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 You may be seated. I don't think I've ever seen you move as quickly as what I told you. It's like, yes, up here. Sorry, buddy. You are doing a beautiful job, and I know it's a little scary. I get it.
Yeah.
Our thoughts turn to those who have departed our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose life has been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. Our congregation remembers Muriel Bender, Stuart Blankstein, James Bonin, Abe Brenner, Sophie Ehrlich, Renee Lipschultz-Epstein, Martin X, Robert Freeman, Ida Heyman Friedman, Effie Greenberg, Hope Grossman, Simon William Hurwich, William Joseph, Selma Cantor, Nathan David Kay, Seymour Chrysler, Florence Cooper Meyer, Bernice B. Minkus, Molly Oring, Marjorie Phillips, Celia Plotkin, Morton Sumner Postman, Robert Reimer, Celia Rose, Noel Rothman, Abraham Schulman, Alan Maurice Schaffner, Rose Schley, B. Shulkin, Leah Silver, Leon Malay Skaransky, Jim Stone, Adolf Souls, Robert Tokarski, and in recent days, Theodore Ted Berland, Linda Guth, Marshall Hartman, and Michael Kogan. Are there any other names of those we've lost? And Rob, anyone in YouTube land?
Janet Gross and Louis Gross.
We remember them as we rise, if it is our custom, or you are in mourning, for the words of Kaddish Yatom, page 598. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabah, be'alma divrach v'yamikmal, b'chayachim u'yomachim, u'chayei b'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'bizman karib. Imru? Amen. Yehi shemei rabah, le'olam u'atmei pranaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yiromam v'yitnaser. V'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yithala, shmei kusha, v'yiku, elam, v'birchata, v'shira, tushpachata, v'nechmata, da'amiran ve'alma, v'imru, amen. Yehi shalom rabba v'yishmayim, v'chayim aleinu ve'alko Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom v'rama, u'ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al Yisrael, Imru, amen. May the source of strength send peace to all of you who are bereaved among us, as we all say, amen. You may be seated. Many, many thanks to Sandy Fernbach, to Ruth Seidman, to Ike Kay, and to your whole family for helping us so ably with the Shabbat service. We wish you a hearty mazel tov from your Emmanuel family. We're so proud to be able to share this Shabbat with you. Great joy. And to all of you who are here celebrating Shabbat, you are how Shabbat happens.
Yeah.
So we're grateful to you all. Rue, I give you the final word. What is our cause?
You know, I just changed my mind. Because I love these guys so much. And it fits right into, Genesis, it just never gets old, right? So just follow me. You know this song. 1, 2. Once upon a time, it was right at the start. The Lord said, I'm gonna make light and dark. The Lord said, it's the first day and I did very good work today. Once upon a time, it was day number 2. The waters were parted and heaven came through. The Lord said, it's the second day and I did very good work today. Hey, once upon a time, it was day number 3. The land appeared all covered with trees. The Lord said, it's the third day and I did very good work today. And once upon a time, it was day number 4. We had the fish in the ocean and that's not the right one. The Lord said, it's the fourth day and I did very good work today. And once upon a time, it was day number 5. The fish in the water and the birds in the sky. The Lord said, it's the 5th day and I did very good work today. And once upon a time, it was day number 6. The animals and people were here to kiss. The Lord said, it's the 6th day and I did very good work today. And once upon a time, it was day number 7. The Lord said, I finished the earth and the heavens. The Lord said, it's the 7th day and I'm gonna rest all day today. Yeah, the Lord said, it's the 7th day and I'm gonna rest all day today. Now, never forget what came first, second, third. Just do that song in your head.
God gave us an unbelievable gift. God allowed each of us to bestow blessing on the other. We do so by simply being kind. We do so simply by being gentle. We do so simply by understanding that others have challenges or needs, and that we can indeed meet them. Again, just by being kind or gentle. Sometimes that's all we can give, and that is enough. I wish you Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.